first impression that comes to our mind about any college: tall buildings, big classrooms, large lobby areas, thick books, IT labs, assignments, class tests, and projects. Nothing besides that. Every hour, minute, second spent here help us carving and shaping our persona, cultivating innovative mindsets for the challenging world. Learning is a lifelong process. Sharing knowledge, inculcating values of life, spark the innovative horizons of mind. Fun and frolic is the nature of every nook and corner here. A daily dose of thrill we are sure to get here.
A very good morning to everyone here. I, Shruti VS, Assistant Professor at DME, welcome you all to the session program 2021. This is for the second consecutive year that DME Media School is organizing this program with the motive of apprising students about their subjects in the upcoming semester and also to prepare them for a career in those particular fields. The theme for this year's session orientation program is Contemporary Media Scenario, Challenges and Opportunities. I would like to take a moment and introduce DME Media School. DME Media School is the most promising media education centers in the country, which focus not only on the growth of its students, but also for its faculty through academic and extracurricular activities. Even in the face of these challenging times and circumstances, DME Media School has assured the teaching learning process goes uninterrupted. For this, DME Media School is a pioneer in organizing successful plethora of webinars, virtual events, workshops, chat shows, FDPs, and we have also known for our flagship programs, the Cineeste International Film Festival of India, the Media Fest, Ritika, and more recently, the 4th edition of our International Media Conference, ICANN, as a 10-day digital live affair. The school also organizes monthly VG Worker series with eminent media experts who deliver special lectures for our students. At the heart of our efforts are the students of Media School. And I welcome all our fifth semester students to this session and their new semester. And while this session is for the 5th semester, the session is also for introducing our students for their paper Basics of New Media, where they will be studying and learning about the aspects of how new media has changed mass communication and journalism. Before beginning our session, I would like to invite our dear Dean, DME Media School, Dr. Amri Saxena, for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Shruti. Today we have started this SOP with the external experts. Though we started this whole 10-day schedule on the 16th of August, where in the last week, the internal faculty members, they were having sessions in whatever papers are taught in the 3rd semester and the 5th semester. And this week, from this Monday onwards, we are having the sessions by inviting experts from the industry and the academics. So in the morning itself, we started with a keynote address with Mr. Ashok Srivastava, who is the senior consulting editor of DD News. And then thereafter, these 2 sessions are scheduled. One is for the 5th semester and another is for the 3rd semester. And talking about this whole concept of session orientation program, SOP, we came out with this concept and executed it last year. Obviously, somewhere back of the mind was this pandemic, corona, this COVID-19, because when we were having the things in the physical mode, the session would have started, the session being the 2nd year and the 3rd year would have started as usual. There was not something new happening, but then we felt during this COVID-19 period, since the time this pandemic had struck in March 2020, that we have to do something additional to reach out to the students and to orient them whatever we are doing. So that is how this whole thought came, that whenever the second year and third year is starting, meaning thereby that whenever the students are clearing their second semester and entering the third semester, and similarly the students who are passing out from this fourth semester and entering the fifth semester, so all the papers are new, as the syllabus is designed that way, wherein every semester there are different papers. So we thought that in the new papers that the students might be taking up, we have to have some kind of orientation before the actual teaching starts. So that is the whole thought behind this SOP. This year we brought some change in the whole schedule. Like last year, it was 1 week full packed program wherein the internal they were having their sessions, and the external faculty members, the external experts, they were having their sessions. This time we divided this into 2 weeks. So last week, the internal faculty members took their sessions, and this week we have invited distinguished person from the industry and the academics. And the important thing is that we have last year also we tried to take advantage of this situation, and this year also wherein we have invited experts from outside Delhi, which is usually not possible in a face-to-face or in a physical mode. So besides the experts from Delhi, we have invited experts from Bangalore, from Chennai, from Mumbai. And so that is how we have tried to enrich the whole SOP program. So this is a session which is being taken by Professor U.S. Pandey, who is a very senior academic person and researcher in the field of information technology and computer sciences. He is working in Delhi University since long. And so last year also he was kind enough to spare some time to talk to our students, since we have this paper on digital media. So in any case, to whatever extent we use the digital media in our day-to-day life, but then there is always something which is more to be learned. And since this is part of the curriculum, this part of the syllabus, and the separate paper has been prescribed on this, so obviously students need to go deep into the subject. Students need to understand the intricacies of the subject, for which we always need an expert. So I welcome Professor U.S. Pandey to be with us on this occasion and to agree to talk to our students and orient them in this particular subject. Thank you, Professor Pandey. Thank you, Shruti.
I would like to tell our students a little bit more about our expert, our guest, Professor U.S. Pandey. He's a principal at School of Open Learning and officer on special duty at campus of Open Learning, University of Delhi. He is a PhD in computer science and has 31 years of teaching experience in the field of computer science, besides supervising research scholars in the field of mobile commerce, artificial intelligence, data warehouse, data mining, e-learning, governance, cloud computing, and grid computing. Dr. Pandey has published 7 books and diverse range of research papers to his credit in national and international journals. He has also worked as a professor and director of WIPS, affiliated to the IT University in New Delhi. Dr. Pandey has delivered more than 50 online live lectures in different areas of computer science at CSE UGC Vyas channel, which are available on YouTube. He is also a member of the expert committee on online education, distance education board, UGC. He is also the coordinator of IGNOU Study Center and an editor at Indian Journal of Mathematical and Computer Sciences. So welcome, sir. And sir, we'll be talking about digital media in the changing world. And now over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And first of things, I would like to say in the beginning, thanks for giving the opportunity. Professor Saxena is my colleague, and I know he's saying a lot of words in that way. But definitely we have learned a lot with him about the journalism. So now let us start and see, dear students and all dear colleagues and friends. You can see the impact of technology. Just that you are in a position to organize this lecture, as Professor Saxena told you, that they do have an expert from outside Delhi also. Now imagine from sitting at Delhi University, we can easily interact with you. So this is what, this is again impact of digital technology. And this is not only one platform, thousands of this kind of platform is available that by which you can have a proper interaction. Now come to the digital media. Today, as Saxena says, again, I am coming to the point because nowadays it becomes more important, especially in the mass communication. And now it's not like the old journalism where you publish a news and people will just go through it automatically. Even if you put a wrong data in a news, immediately people will troll you, start trolling. Imagine, especially in this pandemic situation, the role of digital media was very important. You are updated each and every minute with the latest information in the entire globe, not only in India, each bit of information. And now, as what we are just going to talk today, what we have planned, I think we have discussed with the Shruti, I'm not going to do the lecturing in that way. I understand, Professor Saxena, it's so hard that you will learn a lot of things with it. Now, what is the objective was we will discuss something and will like to have an interaction. We will welcome the questions from you and then we can have it. And the basic field which I'm just going to discuss to you, you already know. This is the area of now the technology plays a very important role through the artificial intelligence. The topics which I was just thinking to cover is especially IoT. Maybe you are fully aware, Internet of Things, which is the combination of artificial intelligence definitely is going to be there. The data analytics, which plays a very important role nowadays. Another thing is going to be that you have a lot of information by which you are going to process the information and you can conclude based on that. Sensors are available to provide you the help. So the combination of IoT and other technologies, like just mentioned about the cloud, it was not nowadays that the simple few information you just collect it and do it. So what I mean to say point wise, that in the mass communication, digital media, it plays very important. Now, it is not easy to write a very simple article nowadays, but now you have to be very careful about the information which we are giving to the readers. Because as usual, when nowadays students used to come to class, they open the Google also simultaneously. Whether Dr. Pandey, Shruti, or any other colleague, what he or she is saying is correct or not. Sometimes they check also. Not only this, even now when you go to the doctor, usually people study through the Google what kind of impact, what kind of medicine, what are the other things are there. What I mean to say is there are many positive impacts are there, and definitely there are the negative activities are there. But we are just coming to the smaller point, just to take example. Suppose you just put a news on the internet. Take a case of Afghanistan at the moment, don't go anywhere. A lot of news are coming. And sometimes even the journalist, every news channel wants that the first news should go from them. And what is happening in this case, even the reputed journalists, reputed channels sometimes post the news which is not absolutely correct. Take example, sometimes you get a picture in Afghanistan, maybe that have been shooted somewhere in England, somewhere some Kashmir or something like that. But nowadays, what is the impact is that through digital media, you do have an article, the news, whether it is or not. Whether the picture which have been taken from Afghanistan is from Afghanistan or is some other parts of the world. What I mean to say in nutshell, the news can be verified, can be checked, and not only thing, even it can be checked from where it is planted. So what I mean to say, it is in the mass communication system, it becomes very difficult now when you are providing the information to the listeners, to the people who are going through your news. You have to be very careful. And even you can take, there are a lot of tools are available by which you can check whether the news which you are just happening is correct or not, it is authentic or not, or somebody else is early produced or not. As you know, by the use of this computer technology, now you can't reproduce many things. There are Copyright Act is available. You people know all those things. So now utilizing this IoT, artificial intelligence, knowledge-based managed system, many things become very easy also. Easy for those, suppose you are just planning for a news. Earlier it was very difficult to get archives and so many news, other things. Now you do have a feature for search engine. You can search a lot about that news from entire globe and you can make a good news. Earlier, what is happening, the journalists used to do a lot of research to produce one article. You may be listening and you know already when in a print media, just for producing one article, they have to go quote many things. Earlier, what is happening and how it happened. Now these things become very easy. Through the archives, you can get and correct it. The very important factor now is, as you know, the fake news are coming very much in the market. And anybody just happening or mishappening, this fake news create a lot of problem, not only in India, everywhere. How to check that? The kind of software is already available. Again, with the help of artificial intelligence, as I mentioned, immediately you can check whether the news is correct or not. And now all the students, everybody is aware. Even I have seen that every reputed channel is giving some 2, 3, 4 minutes just to chime to check what are the fake news which have been circulated today. And they make a clarification based on that, why the news is correct or not, the news is fake or not. So what I mean to say, now the role of digital media, in my opinion, becomes very important. Because with the help of technology, as much as help you can take, the same negative activity can be reproduced. So it becomes the responsibility of journalists, especially all the dear students, your responsibility is there to put the checks, how you can control all these things. So even I know there are many students who are well versed with the technological activity which are available, technological software which are available to check all these kind of things. And not only this, even you can create your own software. Now, this is a kind of startup or projects which you can take that by the help of IoT, information technology, as I mentioned, by the help of taking the help, need not to know much more about the technology. One thing I would like to make clear to all the dear students, it is not necessary to know too much about the computer science. It is not necessary to know about the many technology, because a lot of things are ready-made availability. As you already aware, now there are very costly softwares are also there in the field of journalism, I know. But now with the help of cloud technology, you know, especially for educational institutions, all these softwares are available on the cloud. You can use those software on pay and use basis. And for students, it's very easy. You can understand it is so nominal that it comes in a form of rupees, 1 or 2 rupees like that. Sometimes it is free for a student. And the cost of software is in crores. So what I mean to say is, now in this digital technology, digital media system, many softwares are easily available as cloud. You just take the help of those. Many softwares are almost ready-made. You can do your ideation and you just little bit help. I'm not saying you're not aware about the technology, because see, at the moment, through the technology, you are connected with each and everyone. And there are many thousand softwares. And it is not only going to be used by computer science people. Everybody is fully utilizing this kind of software. And many institutions, as we know in Delhi University, we are in distance education mode. We have already delivered more than 5,500 lectures. All the lectures are recorded and all the lectures are even available on the website also. So if any student due to any reason is missed out that lecture, he or she can see that one automatically. So the meaning by what I am saying, digital media The technological part is very much necessary at the moment. I'm not saying the other parts are not required, but what I mean to say, you can see, just see, imagine in India also, All India Institute of Management, AIMs have done the MOU with those organizations which are donating the organs. Immediately, again, I'm putting with the help of IoT. If somebody, some kind of mishappenings taking place in any part of Delhi, now even reaching ambulance take too much time through the robots, which is already the parameters have been cleared by the government of India. Robots will reach within no time, and automatically they will provide the maximum help what can be done. With the help of drone, already you are aware, drone is not only for delivering the picture or anything else, it is going to deliver the proper required medicine immediately within no time. So what I mean, so this is the help of technology, and this technology is playing important role in the journalism. Imagine you talk about lost a lot of things about the investigative journalism nowadays, and only technology is playing the important role to search many kind of, to solve many problems. Somewhere it is an electronic device. One thing I'd like to make clear to all dear colleagues and students: if you are carrying any electronic device as a computer science, if you are carrying any electronic devices, your privacy is lost. Make clear exactly. Even if your mobile is switch off, data can be accessed. Your laptop is switch off, don't think that your laptop is switch and nobody can do anything. It is possible to access your technological thing. So one thing is very much clear nowadays. Anybody say no, I am not accessible to anyone, he's living in some other world. So what I mean say, there are a lot of positive thing in digital world, and now another kind of naturally there are different social impacts are also going to be there of this kind of technology. So the area which I am just going to talk again, I put it, especially the Internet of Things, where a large amount of data. Say for example, you are just looking for a good news and based on Afghanistan. So what I am trying to say exactly, you can do based on this analysis, you can analyze and you will put things in your own way. And not only this, with the technological tools available, there are thousands tools which are available nowadays, which will help you to produce your news in a good way. For example, you want some graphical presentation, no need to do hard study. There are tools are available, put the data is already there, already softwares are automatically, they will produce a table for you, they will produce a graph for you. You want some more animation pictures, they will produce that also. So what I mean to say, your news presentation will be definitely very good. People used to write article, but you can introduce the picturization, animation, and other things to make your news in a good way. So these tools are also available. Only you need to explore them. So the same thing will help you in that this way. And another, again, I'm taking number of times the name word artificial intelligence, because it is so powerful nowadays for any kind of activity, for any kind of things, judging the whether it is right or whether it is wrong, or whether it is good to put or they are not. So many things utilizing the different softwares. The softwares are in such a way, what is going to be the impact of the news to the society, even about that also you can calculate. Imagine what I'm talking is too less, but the activity which are taking place is very much. So the meaning is, my mean to say is that technology is definitely playing a very important role. Only thing you have to be careful about that, it should be used in a positive way as we wish, because this technological aspects, they have a both part. Whether you are going, you can see the different kind of news, as I mentioned, the fake news. Take example on the WhatsApp. Every day, you people can create and somebody make something in it, utilizing the name of someone else and spreading a bad news. It is very difficult to control them immediately until or unless you just verify whether the things are correct or not. Again, I'm taking example of this because you say there are few news which are very old about the Taliban. they have denied. I'm not saying they are doing all bad activity, but still their old news have been circulated and immediately some news channel has pointed out. So what I mean to say is here, the role of technology, role of digital media become very important, especially all the new journalists. You can take this kind of task, how few things can be done. I mean, spreading a fake news, how immediately, at the moment also we can check, but how quickly you can do, how quickly you can stop those things, how you can produce a positive news to them. Like, in this pandemic situation, we have worked with the students, lakhs of the students of the entire country through the technology. Even there are many teachers say, I know that Professor Saxena and entire team is very hardworking. They have done very hard work, even in the pandemic situation. But you can't understand the stress what teachers are also getting, not only students. So you imagine we have faced that kind of situation also. Every time doing the class level activity, online activity, paying too much attention, taking care of students, says this technology a very important role. Simultaneously, there are lots of social impact is also going to be there. So being a journalist, I think you have to be very careful about the use of technology and to serve the society. Basically, I put it like to, because it is your responsibility and become major responsibility of to how we can serve the society in a much more better way. So as I mentioned, I'm not giving, you can take the help, and if any time you want to, you can contact us also in any part of journalism. What is it is going to be investigative journalism or print journalism or any other journalism, what type of things, this technology is definitely playing an important role with your new ideation, which you have in your mind, with the help of softwares which are already available. Some of the software which are freely available, some of the software you can take help from cloud also, some of the software which may be available at your institutional level also. You can go many other journalism students. Now you can produce, there are many students have taken as a startup. And as already even government of India is supporting too much to do something new in this direction, especially to the students. Not only this, even they are providing with a financial support also for doing all kind of activity. So what I mean to say is, with the help of IoT, with the help of artificial intelligence, with the help of cloud computing, with the help of knowledge management system, all these activity. And now the few new terminologies which maybe you are already aware. Now there is a machine learning and deep learning. This kind of software is also available, which will definitely boost your knowledge too much. You can generate one kind of algorithmic kind of activity, which is going to be helpful to you also, as well as the same type of other students are entire fraternity of journalism. So I'm not showing that the old journalism was need to be revived or something late. Here it is going to provide you the much more benefit to you to make your news more authentic, more sincere, with the more up-to-date data. As I mentioned now, this in every new channel was providing. Just imagine, even if somebody is reporting 1 or 2 point less or above, they say, no, this is not up to date. So what I mean to say is, providing the authentic news, checking the fake news, checking that the spread of bad news, so many things can be checked only and only through the digital media. I think there is no other way to check that, because and if you say something is not correct, you do have a proper evidence for that. And because in journalism it is more important, you have to provide a same way. If you are writing some article, if you are writing something about a particular person, you do have a proper information. Proper information will be, it should be authenticated, it should be verified from the sources which you are collecting. So I think with the help of this digital media, it becomes very important to provide all those kinds. So I was thinking, not going in too much detail about the technological aspects, and expect the questions from any kind of questions related to the technology. I love to answer all those things, and please, most welcome, please.
We have already started getting questions, sir. I can see
Please.
it in the chat box with me. So we can take it one by one. Chetna Garg is asking you that what is the future of artificial intelligence in journalism?
Very good, Chetna. It's a question very pertinent. Exactly that. I don't know about the future, but that I can check. You will be checked a lot. That I can say. You cannot report any wrong news. You cannot provide any wrong information. The listener or the readers will check you immediately. You have already seen the news channel. If you just give a bad any news which is not authentic, automatically you just start trolling. So that is the going there with the help of artificial, and as you are very rightly, what any activity which is not up to the mark, up to the authenticated process, you can be checked. The very another thing, another regarding future, a lot of things are going at the moment. I haven't discussed it because now quantum computing is coming. Another terminology which I'm using at the moment, the processing database, the data analytics. Suppose you are producing a news where you have utilized 10 lakh database aspects and you take in 1 hour. Now, with the help of quantum computing, those analysis can be done within a second, microsecond. So just imagine a lot of things are happening very fast, and in future you can see all the latest things can be checked properly, and definitely it is going to be a difficult task for the field of journalism. Difficult, I mean, it is going to be challenging. So big things are going to be happen, definitely. I think Chetna may agree with that.
We have another question by one of our faculty members, Mudita, and she is also going to teach basics of new media in this semester. She's asking you, with the advent of digital media, how do you see the evolution in public sphere and the role of media in gatekeeper as a gatekeeping role?
Very rightly, as we have discussed, I think the role of media is very important, which you have already seen in this pandemic situation. You know, once all the news channels have started reporting that number of deaths this much, number of cases this much, and also every day in the morning, even by curiosity, every reader wants to read first news in the morning if he's awake, even if at 4 or 5 p.m. How many deaths have taken place, how many these things, casualties are going to be there, how many cases increases. Now immediately, just imagine the same dose, media realizes that this is not only a good thing to provide a news which is which will happen to the society. And again, I'm putting, it is not the society listeners or even the person who is projecting this news, they have been affected in this pandemic situation. As we have seen, I'm a member of a group of psychologists at India level. We have counseled many, and important thing which I would like to share with you, I have seen many principals, professors, teachers, journalism, doctors, they are too much stressed. So the meaning is they have started and realizing immediately news should not be put in a different manner. They have been starting now, they start immediately. So now this many people are not infected. This hospital has produced this many good people. So many good news, what I mean to say is, which started impact on the society, and you may realize, although you people are expert in this field, those news are taking the backseat. Still, people are interested in that way. Does not mean, but that news have given a second kind of activity that nowadays it is reported 3 lakh, 4 lakh cases has come, 4,000 dead this month. And then many positive news were complementing. So what you're saying exactly here, the role of journalism is more important. Nobody can think over it. How to serve the society in a much more better way is your responsibility towards the society. And ethical things is also, if you are doing some, there always you people say, Satyam Bruyat, Gurum na Bruyat. What I mean to say, even if you're saying a correct thing, you should put in a society in such a manner so that there is no panic or something like that. So you are very much right, as you told me, that your responsibility is much more than any other society member in that. This is my opinion. Maybe you may differ it, but what I mean to put it like that the news which you are giving should be in a responsible way. I mean, I'm just taking an example. Fortunately, I have been associated with journalism institution. We have learned a lot with Professor Saxena and Susmita Balaji. There are a lot of things. And we do have work with the journalism activity a little bit. Putting a news, I have seen sometimes, because it is a bad habit about a teacher. I mean, anything wrong happening, I have to report it. Sometimes I have seen a new channel. Danga itna बढ़ रहा है, दंगा इतना बढ़, but instead of reporting as a responsible journalism, just to make your TRP high, you're making a sensitization of the news. That is, I think, in my opinion, is not correcting. Sometimes, even if you are doing the correct reporting, it should be in a sensible way. And that is the here matureness comes. Journalism does not mean that if you complete the process, matureness and responsibility, ethical thing is become more important. And that is why in a digital media, it becomes much more important here, because see, just a fake news you spread and within a second it goes to the lakhs of people. Damage control is not an easy task, because sometimes in Indian mind we think if somebody has given a report, it may be correct, even if you justify properly. So I think here the role of journalism and all the journalists is much, much, much more important, so that the authentic, proper, I don't say if it is possible to be a positive news to the society. That is my say to on this one.
That is very wonderfully put, sir. And related to that only, I have another question from our student Vaishnavi. She's asking you that aren't we witnessing with the advent of new media that anyone can become journalist, since we can all have the access to internet and mobile phone? So, what do you think that this might be affecting reporting style in future, and what could be the future of journalism in the coming 10 years because of new media?
I think this is a very, very relevant question. First thing I really say that in one of the very important thing, first thing is we cannot control the entire activity of journalism, then becomes another aspects. Now, another important is some already government have formed a body in a neutral sense that some authentic things can be checked, utilizing if you have some kind of bad reporting, it can be reported that. But in a major sense, as you say, in going to 10 years, already there are softwares are available, which can check all many things. But I'm not saying there is an authentic body should be there where the ethical activity and what kind of media should report properly. Again, I'm putting it is very difficult to check, because you cannot control on writers' bodies act, because they have a different attitudes, and some writers are openly writing against maybe government, openly writing against the society, so many other things. So it is very difficult to check. But your question is very right. Some system should be maintained. It is your activity. I think it's all the journalism people must understand. But what is happening, I'm again taking 1 minute in that way. There are different channels. The same news is going to be produced in a very different way. You can take any example, whether it is you've seen that Republic TV or another TV. So the same people are there, but the moment you take example, Shruti, if you are in Aztec and immediately if you change the another channel, you'll change your tune. So this may be they do have some parameters, but I think there should be some organization which can take control, not all, at least ethically, and what should be the proper news which can be circulated among this. Another important question what Vaishnavi asked, nowadays this is the technological world. It is very difficult to say no to anyone. And that is why government is also making freely that even if you want, you can start your channel. You can now people are doing, you can start your news channel, you can start, but those ethical activity and privacy and all so many things, some of the parameters, which is very important. And as you rightly know, it is the responsibility of a journalism, the responsibility of a journalist to do something better for the society. That is the more important. Otherwise, putting too much control is also, maybe you're also not in a favor of that one. too much control is not possible, but definitely technological control is possible, and technologically even you can come up with a startup, any software which can check all these things. At least some kind of warning and some kind of instructions can be issued to those channels, although responsible people, which is happening even now also, but a little bit can be done in this kind of area. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And one last question, I'm combining a few questions here. So Anish is asking you that modern forms of journalism, is it taking over the traditional role? And how to tackle the issue of fake news in digital media when we are moving from traditional to digital news environment? So is there any way that we can check ourselves against fake news which is around us?
Very rightly, again, I put Anis. One thing is very clear. First thing, Anis, traditional things will remain traditional. One is still, people used to write a big an article. I don't know how many of you are studying that, because that habit is changing. What is the negative impact? I don't call it as in that way negative impact. Our reading habits are changing. Why? Because we are getting almost each and everything ready-made. Why should we read entire article which have been written on the piece like that? So one thing is very key, traditional things remain as it is. Only thing is that traditional news have to be put in a more digital form so that it can reach to the more people. Earlier, you can see the articles 40 year back, 10 year, you'll find such a nice articles which was going to be read only by few number of people. Now, even you people can have access because all these things are available in archives. So one thing is very clear, there is no supplement of this traditional. Only thing is that those traditionals must be supplemented by the technological, by utilizing this tool. The very important question what you ask about the checking fake news, this kind of software is already available. Maybe you will be taught in this kind of courses. Many softwares are available, and that can not only check whether the news is fake or not, they can be checked from where it is originated. Exactly the IP address or the details, even the, nowadays, even if you put some content on Facebook, all the data of the Facebook on the cloud, and the data is so much big amount, you just imagine, is still within second it reaches and cast exactly. And that is why you see, so it is not in the technological world, as I mentioned, I use word IoT, Internet of Things, such a important, which is containing the data analytics also. And data analytics means huge data, that big data terminology, like to know, maybe you are aware, big data. So in the Facebook or this kind of social site utilizing the big data. So big data where a huge amount of data which can be processed within a second, within a minute, and you can get the proper view. So checking of fake news is a very easy nowadays at least, but I don't know if those people who are putting, they can use some different technology. So definitely they will, other technology will come to check all those. So now this is not a problem at the moment because you do have a big data and data analytics softwares to check as well as to find out, and with the help of artificial intelligence. As I mentioned, artificial intelligence, if you go in detail, it is consisting the knowledge-based management system where the people, experts knowledge is there. So expert system is there and which is working 24 hours. So they can do within a minute. I mean, it is just like that. If the 100 journalist mind is put in one journalist, one expert system, and that system is not being tired, 24-hour working. So what I mean to say is this kind of technological system is already available by which we can do a lot of things. And I can just give a very small example, the impact. See, in this Prayag, Mahakumbh was organized. Many lakhs, more than 10 crores people was there. And they have entire Mela system. This is the first time not any mishappening taken place. Earlier, if anything used, people used to say कि कुंभ मेले में हो गए होंगे. And this time, the CCTV and all camera was installed, and those camera was totally controlled by IoT. The meaning by no place more than 10 or 20 people can have it. No kind of theft has taken place because each and everything is fully controlled by the system. So what I mean to say, there are software-driven activities available now. Technology is very high now. Only thing is that how much we can use that one. I'm again putting, not necessarily you know about the computer science, only you know about the software which is available to use. And it is a good thing about you. And I can say you can develop your own software according to your requirement with the help of softwares which are available. So that is another. Thank you, Anis.
Thank you so much, sir. You have been very patient with the questions and have given a lot of food for thought for our students here. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Sushmita Wala, Head DME Media School, for her concluding remarks.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Dr. U.S. Pandey, for providing such vital information about information technology. Digital media has acquired a significant position in our lives. Media students need to learn how this media can be used for the betterment of society. This input given by Dr. Pandey would have definitely be beneficial to students. So thank you, sir. Thanks to all present here. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And really, with you all people, we learn a lot and we have a long association. So it's good that you have given this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my vote of thanks to Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dr. Sushmita Wala for the ideation and conception of the Session Orientation Program 2021. I would like to thank our expert guest, Dr. U.S. Pandey, for sparing out the time for our students and exposing them to the new issues and upcoming trends in artificial intelligence in the terms of new media environment. I would also like to thank all of my colleagues for their support. And last but not the least, our dear students for whom we are conducting this session. And I'm sure there are a lot of things they want to ask. And once again, welcome to you all to a new year in the academic session. Before we end today's session, I would like to just overview of our upcoming next session at 1:50 p.m. It will be taken by Dr. Sarvesh Tripathi. He's from University School of Mass Communication, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth, on the topic Core Issues of Development, Policies and Implementations. So thank you everyone for joining. Thanks so much.
In DME, we believe in engagement and empowerment of students. And since the time this COVID-19 struck in 2020, we intensified this whole process.
For the education sector, it was a big challenge. At DME, our small dynamic team decided to take this challenge head-on.
We organized different kind of programs, different webinars wherein the distinguished people from the industry and other walks of life, they are invited to interact with the students. We try to keep them engaged in taking out newsletter, writing stories, editing stories, and not only that, they make posters, they make cartoons, they write pieces for the newsletter.
Mentoring Cell at DME is a very unique feature in the ecosystem of education. While the subject teachers forge the knowledge domain strongly, it is the mentors who reach out to students in difficult times. During pandemic, when our students faced loss of their loved ones, home isolation, and several other family issues, mentors ensured that students remain cheerful, lively, and stay connected with us.
We have ensured that our students are treated with compassion, warmth, and gentle touch. And it has been our endeavor to treat all the academic activities of our students, which includes PSDA, internal assignment, and various other curricular activities accordingly.
Research Cell also pays huge emphasis on interdisciplinary nature of research. In order to promote this, the research centers of the Research Cell were also motivated to join with each other and conduct research activities for students, faculties within DME and outside DME.
While the strong academics and great industry connect is building great lawyers, media persons and managers at DME, we at Mentoring Cell are enabling these future leaders to be compassionate, emotionally strong and resilient for any times to come.
We empower the students. All the schools of DME, they have their students council. In DME Media School, this council is SPARK. They organize the program themselves, they take their own decisions and they mobilize the students for all the good cause.
Art has the power to unite and connect during the times of crisis. Bringing people together, sharing, soothing and inspiring are powers of art, which have been made empathically obvious by the DME cultural societies during the COVID-19 pandemic. By taking different innovative approaches in organizing various virtual competitions and events in which the students of DME have taken part with great enthusiasm and proved that DMEians are unstoppable.
Care with compassion is motto of DME. During Corona period, we were always with our students. Their well-being is primary for us. We take care of our students.
We met the expectations of the students, of the parents and above all of the industry. The placements this year were better than those of the previous years. DME is committed to supporting its students in all possible ways.